Oh, hello. I forgot to take the lid off my tea then. Oh, blimey. And then I thought, no, I've already pressed the record button. Right, anyway, where am I? Oh, yes. Welcome to Cozy Couch Corner. Forgot to breathe then. Blimey. Yep, tea and tarot. I don't quite know how it's going to go because the energy at the moment, my energy at least, is completely bonkers at the minute. It's like my energy's like, it's just, I'm slightly less brain foggy now. I was properly brain foggy this morning and just there. And I'm back in sort of winter my body feels like winter hibernation, and my brain did as well. But I've just asked for help, and my brain's perking up a bit. I'm faster than I usually am talking. Blimey. And I did ask, do I need to calm down to do this? Because normally when I do my tarot reading, I do anything like that, calm myself right down. But I can feel calm coming in now. And they said I didn't need to. So we are going through a transition period. I'm not sure we're ever not in a transition period, but this is like it feels quite intense. I don't know about anybody else, but it's quite intense. I had to get up early this morning to put the bins out in the rain because it was too windy last night and it was blowing towards the neighbour's car. So if I put my bins out, it would have hit my neighbour's car again. I'm not having that. So I thought, right, that means I've got to get up in the morning. And I used to go out in my pyjamas with a raincoat on. Pyjamas, dressing gown, raincoat on, shoes on, out. Except my pyjamas at the moment, my really warm ones, the elastic's gone in the jammy bottoms. They don't stay up. So it's like, I've got to get up and remember to put trousers on to go and put the bit. So I did that this morning, but it was horrible this morning. It was chucking it down with rain, dark, and I couldn't see past the end of the hedge. The end of the hedge? Yeah, the end of the hedge, the end of the field behind, and they're only little fields. I did, however, see the horned sheep. The horned sheep were there, and I saw them again later a bit further away, and the maximum I've counted is 20. This morning I could only count 10, I could only see 10, and then later, might have been was it after lunch? Or was it before lunch? I'm not sure. I saw 20 anyway, they were a bit further away. Oh. Yeah, so I have no idea what the reading is going to be like because it already feels completely unhinged. I feel unhinged. And yeah, the energy's crazy. But so if you're feeling like that, don't worry about it. It's a transition, and we were told we wouldn't notice the reading for today that I did yesterday was about the earth shifting. I can't remember it exactly. I can still see the picture of the coin going around. The earth was shifting, but we wouldn't. But I thought we weren't going to. Are we noticing? No. So it's not about that. So I don't know what it is, but it's definitely. It's more than spicy or choppy. Running up to this, I've said the energy's spicy and the energy's choppy. And today, if it gets worse tomorrow, I don't know how I'm going to describe it. But today it's unhinged. I'm going to describe it as unhinged. And I have not taken any substances or alcohol at all today. I don't usually anyway. But you might think I have because that's kind of how it's feeling, which is why I better try and do the tarot. But I'm grateful to know that I don't actually have to calm everything down to do this. Because now I see why today was supposed to be about silence, finding silence and calm and finding it easier. I guess I've just got to think about it a bit more. I've got further to come down. I think that's what it is now. I've got further to come down to calm, but I've just gone down a step. But not to that gorgeous, rushy, calm feeling I had yesterday. That was lovely. Right, get on with this before I sound even more batty than usual. Okay, what good news do you have for us for Tuesday, the 3rd of March, 2026, please? Right, they're falling out. I don't want those. And they get told to slow down. We'll stop and have another swig of tea. And this is decaf. I mean, this is the afternoon now. I had a caffeinated one this morning. This one's decaf. And I haven't even had sugar since this morning. Mid-morning. Do I want that one? Oh, okay, we're having that one. Straight up. Straight up or reversed? Reversed. Upright. Okay. What was that? Was that the 8 of Swords again? Yeah, that's the 8 of Swords. Do I want another card? Right. Do I want these two that are... Do I want these two that are sticking up? No. Do I want the top one? Yeah. Upright. Queen of Coins. Do I want any more cards? Yes. Do I want the next one on the top? Do I want the one on the bottom? Maybe. Do I want the one on the... Do I want the one on the bottom there? Yep. Well, did I get the wrong bottom? I've got the right bottom now. Strange conversation about bottoms. No, I've got the pack into... I've got the pack into two bits in my fingers, and I was touching that one, which was not the bottom, but a bottom one. And yeah, I don't know why I feel I have to. I told you it's blooming unhinged. The energy is unhinged today. Justice. That's just closed itself, so I can't look at. Oh no. No. Do I need any of the cards? No. One of the cards has just thrown itself on the floor. Do I need... Yeah, I need that card. You turned it upside down. Do I need it upside down? No. Okay. Oh, it's going to be one of those. I've got my legs flat like I normally do, and the cards aren't staying on it. I mean, I expect it would cross my legs, and I usually pick them up because they're not going to stay on. But I normally sit here like this with my skirt. I've got a skirt on over my trousers for extra warmth, and they normally just sit quite happily on that. And today they are quite... Bouncy's not quite the word. They don't want to stay where they are. Okay. So it's got something to do with movement then. It's not fast movement, but it's movement. I'm looking at the 8 of Swords, which fell on the floor. Movement. What sort of movement? We're throwing something off. And we're running out of the cave. It's not close if it's this weather here, I tell you. Blimey. What are we throwing off? Expectations. Okay. I've just said, is it our expectations? Is it other people's expectations of us? Yes. And they fuel our expectations of ourselves. So external and internal expectations of self. That's what we're throwing off. These are getting really quite deep and worky, as in, oh, we got to work on that now. Why? Getting rid of expectations. so that's more than just giving ourselves grace, because we need to give ourselves grace. And I don't think quite often we do that enough, do we? I think, I mean, I don't know about anybody. I'm probably just speaking for myself. I don't know how anybody else does. Well, I know other people do have to deal with it. That we hold ourselves to a standard, and when we don't achieve the standard, we berate ourselves. And that comes from childhood. I was reminded today about the absolute criticism that I got my entire childhood, and adulthood. But more when I was a child, obviously, because you can't get up and go out most of the time when you're little anyway. Constant to the point, and petty, and some of it wasn't even true. Just dig to the point that, and I just had this thought today, that my first boyfriend would criticise me. I was making scrambled egg, and I remember me making him scrambled egg once and him complaining I cooked it too long and it was rubbery, and it was done in, he told me to do it in a microwave, right? And I didn't have a microwave at home and I never used one. But I didn't pick up on the criticism because that was normal. I mean, I was doing him a favour and all he could do was criticise me without telling me how to do something that I'd never done before. I can make it in a pan. But it's... So then the problem with the criticism that you get as you go along through life is that you think you have to uphold a particular standard. And it can lead to the whole perfectionism thing, can't it? The perfectionism and self-sabotage. I was going to say self-sabotage and then I thought I was wrong, but I'm not. Self-sabotage. So it's more than just I went off on one again, didn't I? Right. It's more than just giving ourselves grace. It's looking at what standards we set for ourselves. I mean, sometimes, if we're not aware of them, we can inflict those standards on other people, and I've done that. You expect other people to adhere to a particular standard because that's what you hold yourself to, and that's what you've been taught. There was only one way to do things, and it was their way, which became there's only one way to do things, and it's my way, and it's what they taught me, or what I think is the only way to do it. So we can make that really difficult and unpleasant for other people, but we can make it really difficult and unpleasant for ourselves. So they're trying to get me to move on now. I told you the energy's unhinged today. Right. I'm doing all right. I just asked. I'm doing all right. Right. Do you want to go on to this one? This one. Okay. Right. Let's take that one out of the way before I drop it inadvertently. Right. On to the Queen of Coins. So I've got a hug. So that's like, it's more than loving yourself. I've got loving yourself to start. Right, I'm settling in now. I've started with loving yourself, but it's much more than that. A hug. Is it a hug, or is it like it's like a hug, and it's like an inclusive circle. Excuse me. Burpee today. That's the energies all over the place. So it's it's love, it's a hug, and it's an inclusive circle. So is that following on? It's not following on from that one. Is it about including other people in the circle? Yeah. And it's about broadening the circle out. And people that are different from us. I mean, that doesn't mean that we include people that aren't safe in our circle, but I'm seeing it broadening out to different types of people, and it's seeing beyond okay, I can see it increasing out and out and out and out, and it's going across the sea. And it's going out and out and out and out and out. But it's not about love we show for other people. It's more about inclusivity. It's more than being tolerant to differences. It's still hugging. It's including differences. It's the opposite of division. It's not looking for reasons why we're different and saying we're in this group. I'm white, I'm female, I'm British, so therefore I'm you can't see me, my hand was off there, and I'm in this group, and then there's these other groups that are separate from me. It's saying that we're not separate. No, you're not saying that we're not separate. Okay, hang on. Let me pin this down. It's no to are we separate. It's me doing double negatives again, isn't it? It's about being inclusive. Yeah. So it's about allowing for differences and not, because it's the whole divide and conquer thing, isn't it? And it's about turning people against other people to distract often from something else that they don't want us picking on, or to distract from themselves. It's what often an abuser will set someone, an abusive toxic person, let's say toxic person, which is abusive, but I'm thinking not necessarily in a relationship. It can be more sort of in a workplace or socially or whatever, where they turn people against each other, and then you've got two groups of people hating each other when the actual problem is the toxic person. But no one can see that because they've been set up against each other. I've seen it actually now. My brain, these things come flooding back. I've seen it with friends, friend groups, social groups, and I've seen people possibly not understanding at the time that people were pitched against each other, or the toxic person was trying to pitch different people against each other. The whole manipulation, manoeuvring thing. So it's about not being able to be pigeonholed and then to start thinking you are against another group that's been pigeonholed, because we're all people, we're all humanity. The only people I would exclude are abusers, toxic people, but it's about, we're going to have to work on how we view ourselves, and that's to do with identity, isn't it? As somebody was, I got told not to go there. No, I'm not going there. It's about our identity and group identity, and it's not just about I'm in this group, like I said, like British, whatever. It's like that's our identity. But that doesn't mean that we have to exclude other people with other identities, but it's looking at our identity and going, I'm broadening it out. And I think that's partly why conflict can be so easy. And I know from being in the cult that the group there, we were superior to everybody else. And that happens with a lot of groups. It happens with a lot of religions. It happens with a lot of other things. I'm not going to go too much into it. I've got to keep it broad. But once we separate ourselves, we can then make ourselves superior. And that's a big problem, because once we're superior, it's easier to abuse people. It's almost like you don't entirely dehumanize them, but you make them less than. If you're superior, then the other group is less than, and it's much easier to abuse them. It's much easier to exploit them. It's much easier to, I want to say dislike, but I'm getting hate. It's much easier to hate them. Once you think you're superior, you think you're separate, you think you're different, you think you're better than them, then it's much easier to hate the other group. Are we moving on? Right. What did that have to do with that? Oh, it was about inclusivity, wasn't it? So I look back at the card and go, what the heck has that got to do with the card? It was about being inclusive. It was about, so, no, you told me to go on. We will get there. We've got one more card, that's it. I told you. I told you the energy's like unhinged today. We will assimilate though. We will. Is it assimilate? Is it modulate? It's something. I'm going with assimilate because I can't think of another word at the moment. We get the energy. The energy comes in. The energy is bonkers, whatever it is. And then we get used to it. Do we get used? No. What do we do? That's not modulation, is it? Modulation is when what's that thing? Synchronize. That's not the exact word I was looking for, but that'll do. We synchronize with it. And there's another word that I can't think of at the moment about how people affect other people and how their emotions or their brainwaves can affect other people, and the other person's brainwaves synchronizes to the first person's brainwaves, and they don't use the word synchronize, and I can't remember the word isn't coming to me. And I've got a feeling it begins with a T. I've got a T or a TR, but I'm not sure that that's right. That'll bug me for the rest of the day then, won't it? Right. Are we on about balance again? It's a reminder that the scales... yeah. Remember the scales? And those in power were up here and all us sobs were down here. And then it was changing, wasn't it? And we were coming up, the people, and those people, pardon me, with the power were going down. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to work out what that was. That was done. So, with that bonkersness, there we are then.